I'm Maya Angel, the debut author of a contemporary romance novel that is set at an HBCU in Boston. Hola, me llamo Lucy, and bienvenida de nuevo a mi canal de YouTube channel. Let's just get right into it. I launched a Kickstarter campaign for my debut novel, and it is now over 150% funded. That is crazy. The support I've gotten for this novel, it's like out of this world. It's invaluable. There's no amount of sales, dollars, good reviews that like will probably add up to the amount of like just support I've had from my community, friends, families, colleagues, peers. I will say like it is keeping me motivated, okay? Writing a novel it's fun. I like it a lot, but it has been a lot harder than I thought it would be. Writing it is easy, self-publishing is not, because I've had to be a CEO, a business manager, a financial manager. I had to sign up for a business account, like through taxes. Girl, I'm scared. Taxes, that's serious work. We're in the process of trying to get Blue Hill University trademarked. There's no creative writing class to teach you how to, write things off on your taxes when self-publishing, or how to format a book. Maybe there is out there, and maybe I should, right? I want to get my MFA. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that basically what is Kickstarter and why does it matter? How do authors use it? Why do authors use it? And why is it really good and important for a debut self-published author to use it? This is my book cover. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. She is beautiful. I love her. It was done by Trajan Baker. He is an alumni of Hampton University. He did really, really good. We worked together on this. Every detail matters. This looks like the exact scene in my book that I wanted it fashioned after, and it is chef's kiss. So this cover has to convince you should go ahead and pick up this book. I don't know what will. I don't know what will, honestly. But let's get into what is Kickstarter, what it means, what you will get, and a little more in detail about it. My name is Lucy, but my pen name is Maya Angel, and it is inspired by Maya Angelou. My middle name is Maya, M-A-I-A. So when I was writing, I wanted a pen name that wasn't my real name, not because I don't like my real name, but I really wanted to get into like, what is my author? What is my Sasha Fierce? What is my alter ego? And it is Maya Angel. Okay, so yeah, I'm Maya Angel, the debut author of a contemporary romance novel that is set at an HBCU in Boston. And we'll get into why I decided to set an HBCU in Boston, of all places. I actually attended my very own HBCU, Aggie Pride. We're repping the school spirit today. So today we're doing a little bit behind the scenes of what I'm excited about, and that is my Kickstarter campaign and what that means and what you'll get if you pledge toward the Kickstarter campaign. Not mine, but for Centerpiece, for everybody, for Cleo, for Atlas, for Orion, for Dora. Those are a few more of my character names. If you kind of get the drift of the theme that we're working with here, okay? Okay, so if you're new to Kickstarter, Kickstarter is a crowdfunding platform. It is a crowdfunding platform that lets creators like me offer exclusive goodies and treats in exchange for early support of a project, the project being Centerpiece, my debut novel. You pledge a certain amount, and in return, you get something exclusive, and there are different tiers for what you get depending on how much you pledge. Some of them are just deleted scenes, which I recommend you want to read some of those because it's some good parts in there, but only if you pledge Kickstarter will you get some of those deleted scenes and a little more behind the scenes of Cleo, Atlas, and crew. It's like pre-ordering a book, but it comes with like some major perks, okay? This is more than just a pre-order. It is, think of it as your Blue Hill University acceptance package. When you get accepted to college and you get that whole big package, yeah, that's what I'm going to give my readers in exchange for their early support is you are now like the first class of Blue Hill University. Congratulations, you'll get to graduate. Blue Hill Pride, HBCU Pride, and Blue Coat Pride. The main reason I wanted to do a Kickstarter is because as a debut self-published author, I don't have a big publishing house behind me, but I did have a vision. I had a vision that I wanted my readers to not only like the story, like Cleo and Atlas's love story and the books to follow, but also feel like they are a Blue Hill student. They are at the HBCU. They are part of this world that has made my characters who they are today, the women and the men. And their stories and their love is just more than stories and love. It is a symbol of Black excellence, Black love, young adult. We talk about mental issues, substance abuse, depression, grief, anxiety throughout this series that I am planning. And Centerpiece is the very first book. So I'm going to immediately hit the ground running and immerse you into the story. So when you're reading it, you're like, I'm at Blue Hill right now. I'm nowhere else. I'm right here in this book. And the Kickstarter fund will help with that and having little extra goodies. For it to be a fictional HBCU, I wanted it to feel like a real HBCU. And Kickstarter has actually helped me bring that vision to life because now we have the funds to get the extra goodies to give to my readers to really immerse them in the story and make them feel like a student at Blue Hill, make you feel like a blue coat. That's our mascot, if you couldn't tell throughout this video. I said it like 3 times, but yeah, blue coats. And there's so much history behind it too. Why I said it in Boston, what year it was founded, the school name, the street that it's set on, the neighborhood, everything like that. I wanted it to make it clear. And once again, immersion is my goal here. Vision and immersion is my goal here. When you do pledge the Kickstarter, you will get bookmarks, postcards, character art that helps you envision Cleo and Atlas. It will be them from the beginning of the novel. So you get to get a little bit of them when they're a little bit more shy, a little like, ooh, will she, will he, won't they? You know what I mean? And signed paperbacks. That was a really big request. A lot of people said I need a signed copy. And I'm like, how am I supposed to, if you order it from like, if you don't get it in person or if it's not a bookstore here in San Antonio where I live local and I can't go and sign it, how are we going to get signed copies? Kickstarter will help with that. So you can get your very own signed copy, one of my very first signed copies. If I ever make it big, you can say I have, one of Maya Angel's very first signed copies of her debut novel, collector's item, Clark It. Once again, think of it as your official Blue Hill acceptance package. I even want to include, if you're watching this video, a little acceptance letter because yeah, you are accepted, okay? Everyone deserves to go to school, to go to college, to have that experience. And whether you went to a traditional college 4-year or an associate's degree, or you went to trade school, like I want a lot of people to understand the impact of attending an HBCU and the culture and the pride that surrounds going to an HBCU. And I think that this book series and setting it at a fictional HBCU, that was my main goal. On top of Black love, I'm a lover girl. I love romance. Okay, I read romance novels. I love fantasy, fairy tale adaptations too. If you ever want to give me book recommendations, I love a good fairy tale adaptation. The Lunar Chronicles, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that one day because Marissa Myers, ugh. All right. So I'm talking letterhead, your name, a whole crack it open. Voila. Welcome to Blue Hill. Literally, you're talking to the dean of admissions right here. Okay. It's called networking. Thank you. Thank you for wanting to join us. The package in my head, the vision is designed to make it feel like you're stepping onto campus. You're having orientation week. You're a new, scared, timid freshman. Like, what am I about to get into at Blue Hill? And it's to prep you a little bit for the story because we really get into it in the story. Okay, we hit the ground running, we get into it. So I want you to be prepared with your extra goodies and exclusives. So whether you want to read the book for the romance, the characters, the history, the HBCU experience, or even just the aesthetic, or just to say like, yeah, I bought a book, I want to start reading. Say this is the first fictional book you've read in months or the first book you've read in months. I'm a sucker for a good college romance story. So I want everyone else to be suckers with me too. So whatever reason you're here for, Blue Hill is ready for you and to accept you and just have a good time together. The link is in my description box below. The more funds we receive, the more I can do, the more I can offer. Who knows? We might have a little extra something. No promises there, but I have so many ideas for what I want to do to create this world and the world building around this novel. And it's not just the one novel. We have novels planned, okay, me and my team. And by team, I mean just me and my siblings. We have plans to really make Blue Hill take the world by storm. Honestly, those are my dreams. I dream big. Reach for the stars and you will end up in the next galaxy. Okay, that's the way you need to dream. And that's how all my characters in the book dream too. These are very ambitious people, guys. Okay, they make me a little scared of myself. I'm hanging out with them and I'm writing like, y'all have really big goals. Oh my gosh. Like, yes, but Jesus Christ, these kids. Yeah, okay. So click the link below, grab your acceptance package, and help me and other readers bring the vision of Blue Hill University to life. Cleo and Atlas say hey, and they're excited to meet you, and I hope you're excited to meet them. That's all. Adios.